2 years ago, our house burned down. Actually, that gave us the opportunity to design our own house, how we really like it.
Well, the shape of the house, we don't really like square houses, so that's why we build an octagon. So I use a technique where I take nature as the main architect, because I love the way nature shapes itself. For my builds I always use the branches, like the shape of the branch that they are in, and I try to mimic how they would grow normally on a tree. The rest of the house is all recycled materials, which I found on our second-hand internet or some auctions. And a lot of people know how I build, so when they have some nice wood or stuff, they call me. And that's how I build, so only the screws and stuff like that I bought new, but the rest is all recycled. For those people who are thinking about building their own house, it's good to investigate a little bit on what you want and how you want it, so you know all the systems you need. Then you need to inquire what you're allowed to build. The way I build is not from a drawing, so I just start at the bottom and then see what I can find and use the materials that I have and then make a plan around that. Because the other way around, if you first have your whole plan thought out, then it's really hard to find the materials second-hand, because they're always a bit different than you planned. So then it becomes a really expensive job. But if you do it step by step and then use the things you find and plan around that, then you can build quite cheap, if you can do the labor yourself. And otherwise just call me and I'll come and build.
For me, why I want to live off-grid is because here I can really live in nature. I don't want to be part of the electricity system where they make fear about having blackouts. Well, sometimes we also have a blackout, but then we see it coming already in front. But yeah, here we are totally independent actually. And for me, it was not always about living off-grid. It was more about living in a self-sufficient way. So, for example, we also have some chicken and we have some ducks and they give us eggs. And I have my own vegetable garden. So, whole season we eat from the vegetable garden. For me, that's what it is about, to live in a self-sufficient way. And part of that is also our solar system, our water, and the compost toilet.
For me, living off-grid feels like a type of freedom. I don't have to answer to anybody. We don't get bills from big companies. Yeah, we're doing it all ourselves, and that feels really nice and gives me a sense of freedom. And I can use my creativity and I like thinking up solutions. So that's really handy if you want to live off-grid.
In the Netherlands, I often get questions about if it is easy to find a place like this. And in the Netherlands, it's not very easy. Because land is very expensive. This place where we are now, it's a recreational forest. Also different rules are here than for main properties to build on.
In Holland there's not much space within the law to be off-grid, because in a regular house where you're allowed to live, you have to be connected to the sewers, you have to be connected to the water main and all these things. So it is rather difficult. Other countries are a lot easier, like if you want to go to Hungary or something, then it's quite easy and cheap to buy some land and build whatever you want. But in Holland it's rather difficult. So there are some places now that have permits, like eco-villages in Holland. So it's starting to become a bit more regular in Holland, but it's still in its starting phase.
And it's also about how do we want to develop the new future. That is what it is all about. Also building this house, how we live, how we are interacting with other people. How do we want to build the future together? Like the system how it is now is not working anymore. It's stuck, it's completely stuck, but it's not about protesting, well, it's stuck and we want something else. No, but what do we want in a different way? We want to show how we are doing it differently, how it's possible to do it differently. The building, but also the living together and honesty and taking care of each other. So yeah, the government is not the one who tells us what to do and what not to do, but how can we design a new society together?
If you want to change something in the world, then you have to lead by example. Like she said, protesting and all these things, you know, I understand that people do it, but it works much better to inspire people to change instead of to force them in one way or another. Should we find our own piece of land where we want to build our dream, which is a whole town, to show how it can be done, living in a different way?
Yeah, and for us, the living village which we want to build, the village we want to build is to show how society could be, how we can live from the land, how we can manage to take care of each other and live together in a whole natural way.
And also the building style for part of the village we want to build is a technique to build with living trees. So then you can build a house out of planters, so your walls are actually planters filled with earth. And then you plant young trees in every planter and then you bleach them together. And then over the years it will grow into a tree, which I really want to show the world that it can be done. And then nowadays people live in stone. Roads are stone, houses are stone, which is very far away from nature. So if we can turn our living environment into nature again, then I think most of the problems we have on Earth environmentally will be solved.